Here we go, here we go. Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, Here we have another individual, another young individual. You know what he decided to do? He decided to do what all those other individuals decide to do, telling themselves. They're telling themselves. It's really like that though, it's really like that.
Shot him, gave him 30 like he bought him. Feds on my back, I'm having nightmares of the Rico. Nightmares of little bro not sticking to the G code.
So we have these individuals for whatever reason, they always decide they want to go ahead, you know what, and talk about their crimes. Well, you know what, maybe some of them want to go behind the bars. So I can't blame someone, or you know, for not having any issues with going behind the bars. Here's what's going on here. Here's what's going on right here.
Breaking news, the U.S. Attorney's Office is holding a news conference right now to announce that more than 40 alleged local gang members have been arrested. Let's listen in.
Charging over 40 individuals with racketeering conspiracy, drug offenses, firearms offenses, and financial crimes, including COVID fraud.
Think about that. Over 40 individuals. That's like a large classroom. That's like a large classroom size.
And brazen organized retail theft. The defendants charged today are members and associates of the Heath Street gang, which, as alleged in the court documents, has been operating for many years in and around the Mildred C. Haley apartments in Jamaica Plain.
Wow. That's one thing about, you know, when they really want to get you, they watch you. They watch you. See if you would change your life, or we continue doing what you're doing. Sometimes they watch you for a few years. Yeah, they really do sometimes.
This morning, nearly 24 members and associates of the Heath Street gang were arrested, and several other individuals who are in state and federal custody have now been charged in federal court with new offenses.
Do you hear what he just said? He says several individuals who are already in federal custody have new charges. I told you. A lot of these guys, when they go behind the bars, they want all their friends to come there with them, to hang out. Hey, let's hang out. Come chill. Come on in.
In addition to the arrests, over 60 firearms were seized in the course of this investigation. Firearms that were used in illegal conduct, such as shootings, and firearms that were illegally possessed.
That's a lot of firearms. 60? That's like a little militia right there, huh?
The defendants charged in the racketeering conspiracy have been alleged to have been involved in 3 separate murders and multiple shootings.
Oh. You know what that means, right? This is when they're gonna realize they never had any friends. They never had any friends to begin with. This is when they're gonna realize that. Think about that. Someone call you a friend, and in return, they want you to go commit a murder. Think about that. Why can't we go do something else? Unbelievable.
Some of those shootings left innocent victims in crossfire, including a 9-year-old girl who was severely injured attending a family gathering.
That's crazy. I said a lot of these guys right here scared their own shadows. You say, boo! They start running away. They even have the decency to, you know, to walk up to the individual, and confront that individual. No, they want to shoot from afar.
Now, I think most of you are aware that the statistics around shootings and murders in Boston have continued to drop, and a ton of people deserve credit for that. But if you live in a community that's threatened with violence on a daily basis, the citywide numbers don't mean nearly as much.
So you have this guy right here committing crimes along with his friends and making rap videos about it. Unbelievable.
So much drip, I'm sauce and it's outrageous. So much killers around him, nothing to play with. So much guns, the system label was dangerous. So much money, the feds keep building cases. So much guys to just hope the homies don't say shit. What you know about bending blocks out of boredom? Jump out gang on the op and get up on them.
You know what it is? You know what it is? It's a lot of things, but I know a lot of them, a lot of them don't know their fathers. I know that.
When you're living in a community that's racked with threats of violence, it's your daily existence. And for the people who living in the Haley apartment buildings, they were surrounded by these gang members.
I hear a lot of these gang members, well, not gang members, but I hear a lot of people who are from these project homes saying, you know what, we're living rough. I'm from the ghetto, whatever. But in reality, they were actually living in paradise. They just couldn't see it, or didn't really fully understand it. Or maybe they just wanted too much out of life. Now they will no longer have the luxury to go to their refrigerator and see that there's no juice in the refrigerator. They probably could find something else. Hopefully there's some milk in there. They will no longer have the luxury of, stepping outside of their door to get some fresh air. They will no longer have the luxury of attending their mother's funeral, issue her the pass while they're behind the bars. They won't have the luxury of doing a lot of things, but still they were saying they were living rough lives. Think about that. They had a microwave at least, a stove. Well, they probably had that behind the bars too. That's probably why they went. I don't know.
And associates who were engaged in this conduct. And they bragged about their violence on social media and in texts. And you can see from some of these photos, they carried high-powered weapons. They made gang signs and mocked gang rivals. One of these pictures shows defendant.
Wow. So these individuals never learned to not, to communicate on phones. Well, you know what? They're young. They'll learn eventually. They'll learn behind the bars. Don't worry about that. They're going to learn behind the bars.
Like I hold it down. Who gonna make sure that the slides got the poles around? I'm a project, baby. If you ain't know, you know it now. Big op behind.
Rap videos. Holding guns. Talking about committing crimes. Pulling triggers. I know how to pull a trigger. Unbelievable.
And Jakari Lyons to my left.
They said that gang was like 150 individuals in that gang. Think about that, 150 of them. And I did some calculations. Instead of committing crimes, if these individuals decide to come together and they all said, you know what, we're each going to put away $250 for a week, they would have about $37,000, almost $38,000. They could have started a business. They could have started a business in 1 week. Unbelievable. 150 individuals. $250 together, start a business. They didn't want to do that. I know why. They didn't want to go to jail. That's it.
Holding what's essentially a machine gun. It's a Glock semi-automatic pistol retrofitted with a Glock switch in the back that turns it into a fully automatic weapon. These defendants also produce music videos to allegedly promote themselves and denigrate rival gangs. In some videos, they bragged, as the documents allege, about murders the gang.
They always brag. I guarantee they didn't brag about each of them putting $250 together. If they did that over the course of 1 month, that would have been $150,000. Over the course of 2 months, that would have been $300,000. But no, these guys didn't want to come together and live in unity. They wanted to come together and create chaos in the community. That was it. Nothing else but that. That was it.
Had committed. One line from a rap video allegedly talked about victims of the gang violence. And it says, and I quote, "I can say the names, but I might make the feds come for us." Well, the feds have come for you, and we showed up with our federal, state, and local partners in a highly coordinated effort.
So who's better? You got these guys right here. They talk the most. The baddest stuff. Now they crying like babies. Unbelievable. I thought they were tough guys. Let me get this right. Well, let me not say that. Don't forget this on for entertainment purposes. That's it.
To root out violence, stop gun and drug trafficking, and bring peace to this public housing development. Now, the case isn't only about...
If these guys was operating out of a housing development, you know what that means, right? That means they probably didn't have their own room. Maybe they did.
Violence. As you'll see in the court papers, we've alleged both COVID fraud and retail theft. Some of the defendants received thousands of dollars in fraudulent unemployment assistance. One defendant applied...
Lazy individuals. They don't want to work. They want to get up whenever they want to get up and just, do unproductive stuff. They don't want to work. But now they have to work. Not only do they have to work, but they also have to bathe with other individuals now. Think about that. The individuals they had problems with when they were on the streets, now they're in the showers with them bathing at the same time. It's unbelievable. It's really like that, though. That's what I heard.
For unemployment assistance, as alleged, in 10 separate states: Nebraska, Kansas, Colorado. Even applied for employment assistance in Guam. There are 23 separate employment claims.
Most of these individuals don't have a passport. Most of these gang members, gang bangers, never ever probably left their own city. They went right from where they were born, straight behind the bars. It's really like that.
Submitted, as alleged in the indictments, fraudulently for a company called Married to the Mob. And they submitted letters of verification that are identical and, as alleged, are fraudulent. All told, the COVID fraud in this case is over $900,000. And as you'll see...
$900,000? You know what that means, right? Brand new sneakers. More expensive sneakers. Brand new jackets. More expensive jackets. Maybe a few more brand new guns and nothing else. That was it.
In one of these posters here, the defendants bragged about buying over 100 guns with their COVID fraud money. Money that was designed to help people who are dealing with the pandemic. And also on the financial crimes, the indictments allege bold retail theft, walking into stores like Nordstrom's.
These individuals, if there was already 150 members and they each put away $250 each over the course of 6 months, that'd be about $900,000. Think about that. They all had McDonald's jobs. Put away $250 a week. Over 6 months, they would have had $900,000. Legal money. But no. They just had to go above and beyond. They didn't want to work. They have to work now, though. I tell you that. They have to work now, though. They want to go to canteen. They want a Snicker bar or something like that. I don't know.
Victoria's Secrets, Sunglass Hut, grabbing thousands of dollars in merchandise, threatening security personnel who came up, walking out the front door with all those goods. And lastly, before I close and turn it over to my colleagues here, is one of...
Think about that. They don't have their own room, but they want to get fancy clothes. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Important aspect of this case. It involves the use of juveniles to engage in the conduct alleged in these criminal complaints and indictments.
They want to have kids to help commit their crimes. A lot of these guys right here, they're scared of their own shadows. You know, it's really like that. But right now, they're going to become men. They're not going to be able to have the luxury of waking up in the morning anymore or at night and go to their refrigerator and just open the fridge. They're not going to have that luxury anymore, you know, to be able to, you know, be with their loved ones. They're not going to have the luxury anymore to sleep in peace. Like I say, keep in mind, if you have a cellmate, he can choke you out whenever he wants. You know, right now they're being watched 24 hours a day. Now everything that they want, they have to ask the next person to do it, ask them for it. That next person has a luxury of saying no, or they could, you know, do something else. They could probably, you know, I'm not going to say that. Until next time, F Service TV, tell a friend, here we go.